Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel of the Analytics. Today I have with me Namrata, and I think she has raised her hand for this mock interview. So the first round that we have for her is a screening round. Expect kind of a decent to moderate SQL questions and one guess estimate. Consider this more like any other screening round for any organizations, be it Flipkart or Swiggy or Zomato, right? It's very similar. You will be given SQL questions either through HackerRank or it might be upon one-on-one basis. Okay. So Namrata, excited for the interview?
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Chalo, I'll probably share my screen and we can go through the interview process that is there for you. Chalo. Let me know when my screen is visible to you.
Uh, yeah, it is right now. Yeah.
Can you? Yeah. Okay. So, do you have the first question with you?
Yeah.
Question is simple. What we want is there are two tables that we have in the question, right? One is table A, one is table B. It has
Yeah.
specific rules in it. I want you to write the output of the first inner join, which is a simple inner join statement, right? So two tables are inner join, table A and table B. What is the output?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So in inner join from both tables, it takes the common columns.
Right.
So from table, so we can see in table A we have ID 1.
Mhm.
So and in table B we have two IDs, 2 times ID 1. So it will be table 1 ID 1 table. So 2 times we'll have 1 and 1 time we'll have 2 because those are the two common IDs.
Can you just type it
And
out? It becomes relatively easier for the audience to understand what you are saying.
yeah, I was just sharing my thought process.
Right.
And so the ID, so we have two columns that we are selecting. So
Right.
A dot ID and B dot ID. So so from this we'll have 1, and from B table 2 we'll have 1.
Right.
And then 1 1, and then 2 2, because we have 2 in table A and 2 in table B. But there's a catch here. We have another, uh, yeah, it's just this.
Just this? Are you sure?
We'll have another, we have another one.
Mhm.
So, 1 second. So, one from table B, table A1, one from table B, and one from table A again. I've missed that. So, so from table B, we have one common. Yeah, this is it.
This is the final answer. Are you sure? Will
Yeah.
it be the same the way you've written? Will this be the order 1, comma 1, 2, comma 2, 1, comma?
No, the order will be first one will be there, and then the two one will be there.
Okay, so can you so whatever you've written, this is the order or this is not the order?
No, this is not the order.
So can you write it in the correct order?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So table B1, table A1, uh, common.
You're thinking in the right direction. You have your thoughts pretty correct. Yeah.
Just uh, so this will be it.
Yeah.
1 1, 1 1 with this, 2 with this.
Just for simplicity for everyone, right here. This is what you're trying to
Yeah.
say. Right? This one that we have color coded here, this we are highlighting, right? This first gets
Yes, right.
with this first one, and then this
Hmm.
second one of table A, right? It is again
Yeah.
joined with table B's, this one, the second one, right? That's what you are trying to showcase in the first two rows. Am I
Right,
correct?
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let me just change this for more clarity of output. Let's say it has another one. Here is a 1 and here is a 2. What will be the output of this case?
Hmm. Okay. So since we have ID 1 here, and we are first taking table A and then inner joining it with table B. So first we'll have 1 1. I think it will be the same output.
The same output? Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is the same output. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think let's move on to the next question. This was, I think you were good enough on this. So let's say you are given a snapshot data and there is a department ID. For the simplicity's sake, I've got the department name in the same table. There is employee ID, there is salary, right? All I want you to do is get me the second highest, get me those employees who are having the second highest salary.
Yeah. So I can think of two approaches here. First, I can rank the salaries and then find the second highest, or I can filter it out with where. So which one do you want me to proceed with?
Proceed with both. Take one with the first one, rank, then with the where one. You understand which one is most apt one or not, or both are apt or not. I know, I'm not sure. You can tell me.
Yeah, sure. So first, I'll create a CT in which I'll rank all the salaries. So we want the employees with the second highest salary.
Okay.
So we select employee ID for it because that gives us the employee information. And now we need to rank salaries. So for that, I'm going to use dense rank because it won't skip ranks even if it's a tied value.
Okay.
Because we have 230,000 values here. So dense rank for salary column and dense rank over order by salary in descending because we need to find the highest as RN. So this we are selecting from
This name is snapshot data only. Let's say for that.
I'm naming it employee.
Okay.
From employee. Now we have a CT ready. So we'll just select from a CT. So I'm going to select just the employee ID. Employee ID. And the condition is where rank we have named it as RN is equal to 2. So it will give us the employee ID where the rank is 2.
Rank is
so
2.
This was, yeah, because we need the second highest salary. And the second approach, I'm going to filter using where. So in that, I'll select my employee ID first, and then I'll take the salary column from the table employee table. And in this, I want to select the second highest. So I'll select salary and I'll give a where. I'll filter it with a where condition. So I have to select the salary in this. Okay, so I'll select the maximum salary from employee table. And so we need the second highest salary. So it should be less than the max salary. That's why less than. It will be less than.
Okay.
So I just need the employee ID here though. So I'll just select the employee ID from the table where salary will be less than the maximum salary.
Will this
from employee?
give you second highest salary? Will you be able to ensure that both the employees are there? Because there was a repetition for the second highest salary. Will this work here? Will this not work here?
Okay. So
can you ensure that
the first.
Sorry, go ahead.
So the first approach, it takes into consideration the second highest salary, even if it repeats, because dense rank will give two tied values too.
Right. So it works.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, this rank approach works well.
Dense rank approach works perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Will this approach work or not? So see, the problem is you have exactly two people.
Tied.
Let's say in this case there are not two people because it's not the in this particular circuit. But let's say there is. Will this approach work in that particular scenario or not? That's the question.
Okay, this approach. I'm selecting max salary.
What will this give you? What will this give you? Select max salary from employee table. So it will give you the highest salary.
Salary, yeah. And
this is the highest
the
salary.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What happens next? What will this entire statement give you?
Oh, I understood your point. Okay. It will give me all the salaries which are less than that.
Right. So this is firstly, this is not right. Okay, but let's say now you can make it right. what are the changes that you will have to do?
So I'll just have to include the second one. Mm, Here I'm getting the max value.
Maybe you can simply say that where salary is not in the maximum salary, okay?
Yeah, right.
And you can select the maximum of salary, but you will get that salary. You will not get that employee ID at that point of time. Maybe you can take around that and use something else or whatever you can think of. This is absolutely wrong, right? This is just not giving.
Yeah,
Is it wrong?
yeah, this is absolutely
Think
wrong.
what else?
Because
Think what else can you?
yeah, I'd like to go ahead with my rank approach.
Is your answer?
I'm more
Okay, so that
comfortable
is
with that.
that is right. Okay.
Yeah,
And let's leave this question as of for now for here, right? But
yeah, yeah.
let me change this question a bit, and I want your approach. So let's say I am looking out for the highest salary,
Yeah.
not the second highest salary, and now I want the highest salary.
Huh.
So
So
what will be the answer in that case for you? You will use Dins rank.
no, we can use rank then directly.
You can use rank. Will there be any difference between rank or Dins rank in that case?
You just want the highest salary.
Yes.
No, there won't be any difference because it will give one. Yeah.
Both will give one, right? Can I
Yeah,
use
yeah.
row number also?
Yeah, you can use no row number two because we
Are you
want the
sure?
first value.
Are you sure?
Uh, Row number order by. Yeah, I'm sure. But what if the highest salary has two people have the highest salary in
Why
that?
not two?
That
Why more than two? It could be anything. So if there is a
hmm,
repetition, row number will
hmm,
not give you the best answer. It will just only give
yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
you
I
cannot use row
have to
number.
take it into consideration. Yeah.
Right? Fair enough?
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay.
And for where we'll just equal to the maximum salary.
Sorry?
And in the second approach, where we are filtering using where, we'll use salary is equal to max salary.
Leave this case. Leave this case. This is currently the wrong approach that you've shared, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Let's ignore this part. But
yeah. Right, right.
if you want to use it for the highest salary, you can simply
Hmm,
write select max of salary from employee table.
hmm,
Will you use that?
hmm. Yeah, we can directly actually use that. Yeah.
But again, that will not work.
Yeah, because if we have repetitions,
It will not work.
yeah,
Exactly.
right.
So the best answer
Mm-hmm.
is to use a dense rank or a rank
Tens, right.
for the highest salary.
Yeah.
But for the
Hmm.
second highest salary, you might not be able to use rank.
Yes,
Okay, because it will
understood.
skip. It will give you third. It will not give you second. Right?
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. I think let's move to the next question.
Hmm.
Also, meanwhile, can you ensure that whenever you're typing, right, your typing is also getting noticed on the recording? Can you just ignore that or ensure that that does not come along? Meanwhile, I'll throw up the third question for you on SQL.
Yeah, sure.
Whenever you change that setting, just let me know and we'll start with the third question.
Yeah, just give me.
Take your time.
Or do you have any idea how to change that?
Okay, let it be. We'll try with that. We'll see how it goes on recording. Okay, so
Yeah.
the third question is it's a simple, let's say there's a sales data. You have the
Hmm.
total sales for that particular day. All we want
Yeah.
is kind of the running difference for each and every row.
Okay.
This is
Running
the input
difference for.
and this is the output table that I want.
Okay. 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 Understood. So in this we have the date and total sales.
At the date, you have
Okay.
total sales for that particular day.
Hmm.
Just for the audience, running difference is nothing but you are kind of subtracting your total sales with the previous day's total sales. That's it. So for the second row that you see, it is ideally 120 minus 100. It is 20. For the third row that you see, it is 90 minus 120, which is minus 30. That's what I want.
Hmm.
You need to write the query to give me that output.
Sorry. Yeah. So, the best approach in running totals or this is that we use lead or lag function depending on the use case. So,
Yeah.
I I need the sale data. sale date, and we have total sales. So I'll keep total sales also. Now for difference, okay, so for difference we need, so I'm going to make a new column, next sales day, so that I get the next sales day's value.
Okay.
So for that, so lead gives us the next day's value. So lead, I'm going to use total sales over. So we can see it's already ordered by sale date in ascending. So I have collect. Okay, so this is from sales data. So now I have sale data, sale date, I have total sales, and I have the next sales day, but I need the difference
Right.
as sales difference.
Hmm.
So I'm going to make another column as sales difference. So for that, I'm going to use this column, and I'm going to subtract total sales from that as, and I'm going to name this as sales difference. So I'll get the next day's sale and I'll minus it. Suppose we have 120 here, and then sorry, 120, no, I need lag. 1 second, I need to write this down. So
So lead,
for second column,
okay.
120 minus 100 is 20. Okay, sorry, it will be the other way around. Total sales, total sales minus total sales over ascending, order by ascending, another. Yeah, so we have sale data, total sales, and for second column, I'll take the previous one, which is total sales. So we'll have 100 here. 120 minus 100 will be 20.
Okay.
90 minus 120 minus. So this is my approach for this.
Okay. So you understood, right? Lead will not work. Lead is
Yeah,
not.
sorry. Yeah, it was lag, yeah.
Now there is
Because I
one
have to.
small mistake. There is still one small mistake in this query.
Okay.
Can you check that? So I'll give you the hint, right? For the first row, the column says difference. Your answer is not right.
Right. Because I didn't give a range to it.
Okay. What
So
range?
unbounded preceding.
No, so see, for the first, simply for the first row, right? Whenever using a lag, right? There is nothing beyond
Under,
100. Okay, so it will give you a null. But in
so
the
I need to use
output,
coalesce function.
you need to use a Polish function to make it to the final answer.
So that,
Use it.
yeah, so that whatever the first value is, it will be z. Yeah, I have to take this edge case in mind too. So whenever, so two.
Okay, I think you'll do that, right? So you know Polish.
Yeah.
That's it. That's fine. Uh, Okay, let's now jump on to the last section, which we have more as a guess estimate. Okay, so
Okay. Okay.
now for this guess estimate, I am not really interested in that number. All I want is how
Okay.
do you break this problem, which is quite ambiguous.
Right.
You come to right assumptions and come to that number sense. Okay, so the problem is simple. I want you to estimate the number of Ola Uber rides taken daily in Bangalore. What's that number?
Yeah.
That's what I want you to take.
So first I'll have to take in consideration the number of people in Bangalore. So the number of people in Bangalore will be 20 million. Do you want me to write this over here?
No, you can just simply write it in your copy. Once you have all your thoughts jotted down nicely, you can then start explaining me. I would personally
Yeah.
suggest you to not jump onto the question. Take a couple of
Hmm.
minutes, jot down all your thoughts, and then share me your thoughts.
Sure, sure, works. Okay, so I'll take in consideration the number of people in Bangalore, which is 20 million, and then I have to divide it into how much is urban population and how much is rural population. So I'm considering 60% of it to be urban population.
Hmm.
So 20 million, 60%. So it will be 12 million. And in that, we have to consider above poverty line and below poverty line. We have to just take the case of above poverty line because Ola, Uber is something which upper middle class people will be using. So I'll take 40% of 12 million. So so that would be 4.8 million. So
Just,
out of these
just,
4
just
point,
stop you here, right?
yeah.
Before even you proceed. So when you think
Hmm.
about Ola, Uber, what do you think? Is it just a cab, or is it could be auto, it could be two-wheeler? What exactly is the question all about? Do you feel it's
Right, right.
worth clarifying before you proceed with that ambiguity?
Yeah, I just took in consideration cabs, which was wrong. Uh, I sh- I should have considered autos too, and I should have considered state-wise case if two-wheelers are working there.
Let's pinpoint
Because
this question to cab rides, only cab rides, and
hmm,
or Ola and Uber, not any because there is even Rapido is now there in Bangalore, even third-party other services are there. Let's just focus on
hmm, hmm.
Ola and Uber cab rides. Okay, in Bangalore. That's
Yeah,
what you need to estimate.
right, right, right. Okay, I should have asked you this clarifying question.
No,
Yeah,
now you have the question. Now you can again think, and if you still have any questions, you have the time. You can clarify, and then we can proceed.
right, right. So I would still consider 60% urban population,
Yeah.
which I got as 12 million. Uh, because it's cab rides, I'll still consider above poverty line
Mhm.
because an average cab cost ranges from 100 rupees, starts from 100 rupees almost. So I'll take 40% of this, which is 4.8 million people. And uh, so, is there a kilometer range I have to consider in this?
Ignore them.
Okay, I'll ignore that. So we have 4.8 million people who have access to cab rides.
Okay.
Okay. And out of this, I'll have to see access to internet, access to a smartphone and internet. So I'm
So
considering,
how are you coming to this conclusion of 4.8 million people?
so 20 million I took it as population, 60% I considered urban,
Okay,
uh, so 12 million.
right.
So after that, okay, after that I considered 40% of this is above poverty line.
Okay. But not everyone takes the ride, right? A lot of people have their own vehicle, they don't commute. Some
Yeah,
commute.
after I want to divide it into various parts.
Mhm.
So I have 4.8 million who have access to it.
Okay,
Out of this, I'm considering 30% own their own vehicles.
okay.
Uh, 30% like to take public services like metro and buses.
Mhm. Perfect.
and 40% I am taking an upper boil figure, but 40% because we are not considering frequent rides, even one ride is okay. So I'm taking 40% of this. So 4.8 millions, 40%. So it will be 92 lakhs.
Don't worry about the number. So we've got your pointers right. So what next
Yeah,
round? Now you got that number,
yeah,
40% of whatever numbers
yeah,
you've taken. Take care.
yeah. Uh, I have to ask one question. Do we have the sharing feature available in these rides, or single person is taking the
Let's see
cab?
for the single person postcode.
Okay, okay. So, okay, we have we have a figure. Okay, 92 lakhs. Yeah.
Do you
So
think
I
the
took 40.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Please.
does the frequency matter on a given day? Let's say it's a weekday versus weekend. Will that impact the number? Do you think that variable can also play a small role in making that assumption a little better? Frequency,
Yes, yes, that's right. Yeah, and I have to take in times also in consideration.
you can further
Like
break it down
nine.
into different type of slots. Okay, within the day. Okay,
Yeah,
good enough. I think you've done it recently. You tried breaking this down. Uh, I'll probably give you the feedback. So first thing, from SQL, I
yeah,
think you looked quite solid with the way you started, but then it seemed like you had a kind of a confusion. But eventually, I think you came through pretty well. So
yeah.
that was good. On this question, I don't know why you went out with this second approach, which was not
Hmm,
needed at all. You don't need to
hmm.
overshare without understanding that question, right? It was just not needed. So you can just
Right.
stay focused onto that question. That was good enough.
Hmm.
The important part, right? When we change the second highest to highest salary, right? I was just trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
use you consistently. Okay, whether it's
Yeah.
base rank, bench rank, or row number, and that is
Hmm.
something which a lot of people will look out for because they eventually has to eliminate someone or the other, right? So when you
Right.
learn these things, it's more about that use case and how do you interpret that during the interview. But I
Yeah,
think you
yeah.
did really well. So for SQL, I would definitely take you for the next round because that was pretty well summed up. There are small hiccups that will happen with everyone during the interviews. I think which happened with you. So
Yeah.
it is quite common. Okay, but you did really well. So congrats on
Thank
that. Uh,
thank you so
on this part also, I think you started with a little bit of confusion between lead and lag, but
much.
that's okay. And the reason why I've given this output table was with this zero. So ideally, you would have got a null in the output. So
Right, right. I should have.
attention to detail, which someone might be looking out for. Okay, so you have to be very specific when they reach
Mhm.
out to you with that question. But
Yeah.
again, as I'm saying, right, I know that during interviews, candidates are under some kind of pressure. So when you give them, they are able to grasp that. So you are able to grasp that in almost all of the questions, which was very good.
Yeah.
As I've
Hmm.
said, with the guess estimate part, I think you were trying to jump too soon. Okay, so
Right.
it is
Hmm.
the case, right? When I hear about Ola, I just hear about taxi or cab. That's how
Right.
it happens to each and every one of us. But when you are giving an interview, you have to be very cautious whether this question is
Yeah.
properly framed or not. So the first part,
Hmm.
I need to be very clear about the question. I need to pinpoint that question to that
Hmm.
detail because that clarification is needed. Once that question is
Yeah.
clarified, all we need is how can you break this problem into smaller chunks and come out to some conclusion. No one is interested
Right.
in that number. Someone will tell you that, okay, come to that end number. They need that mathematical formula. I don't need that number.
Right.
You
Yeah.
had some other estimations which were decent enough. You were trying to break into some, let's say, population. Then you had, okay,
Yeah.
this is the right core set of population, total set of population. I'll further divide it into the ones who
Yeah.
use their own vehicles, the ones who have their private
Hmm.
vehicles versus public vehicles versus who need taxis. Okay, maybe a couple of more variables, and that would have been a lot better. But this
Yeah.
was decent. I think the case estimate part was decent enough. The sequel
Hmm.
was pretty good, and I think you did really well. So congrats, I think, on taking part in this interview, sharing your thought process, and uh, doing this really well. Okay, thank you so much, Namrata. I really loved
Thank
taking your mock interview. I think this was good
likewise.
for the audience as well. Yeah. You have anything to
Your
say?
post Yeah, your posts and videos have been very informative. I have been following it since a long time, and I would really give credit to you in improving my SQL skills. And I was second guessing myself, which happens a lot in interviews. So thank you. This mock interviews help me to how to handle myself in that pressure and how to take hints from interviewers, because generally interviewers do give hints.
Yeah.
So it was a great experience, and the questions were very well crafted.
Thank you so
Uh,
much, Namrata. I think you have your interview scheduled, I think, in a couple of weeks or days. So I really wish you all the best for that. Maybe this mock might give you some little gist.
right, right.
Let's try to get you around for a serious next level interview, which might be a
Sure.
little hard. So that would be great for the audience as well, and for might be for you. Okay?
Yeah,
Chalo.
that's great.
Thank you so much, Namrata. Thank you for your time.
Take up time for me. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Bye.